Hello everybody. Beautiful day today. Absolutely beautiful. It's time to bring some wood in. I have to finish those two, and then we'll hopefully be able to bring this all the way over here to this. But wait a minute. I think I hear the splitter running. I'm wondering what's up with that. Could there be somebody running it for me? Let's go take a look. Because I know we're over here working on that pile. I was over there working on that pile for that B.F.G.T brought. Look here. Look at here. Got Mrs. Stedhomer. She's running the splitter. By golly, by cracky, by gosh, I'll tell you what. That right there makes it worth that splitter, the cost of that splitter. The other one we had was all horizontal and everything had to be lifted up, and she just couldn't do it, especially with the few health problems that she's had in the last 4 to 5 years. But she's starting to feel good, and look at this. She's just splitting it away. That's my lady. That's my lady. Well, we're also using that new trailer. I just got it all loaded up, and we'll be pulling it up there and undoing it. And it looks like she's almost got another trailer load ready. So I better get moving. I'll get back with y'all later. Okay. Thought I'd show you here. We're making a heck of a dent. Miss Stedhomer is still just going at it. And what I'm doing is I'm trying to separate all of this by size. You have your larger logs, which are 18 inches plus, and you have your small, which is more along the basis of 12 inches or whatever. And then the 16, 15, 16 range is right in here. So I'm separating it. That way it makes it a whole lot easier when it comes to stacking it up there by the house. And then we have all of these uncut. And when we get them all exposed, that's when I'll be breaking out my chainsaw and having at all of them. And I'm sure while I'm doing that, Mrs. Stedhomer will be sitting over here taking care of the splitting. She remembers the older, and she stopped us a little bit ago and flashed me one of her smiles and said, yeah, this is so much easier. So number one, you get to sit down while you're doing it. And number two, it just does all the work for you. So, alright, we'll be back in a little bit. We had a happening here yesterday. Showed you some pictures of Mrs. Stedhomer out here doing some log splitting, and got a bunch done. Shut it off, prepped it for the next day's use, the splitter. Went out to get started yesterday to find that basically the whole crankcase was locked. I couldn't pull it, wouldn't work. Went to check the oil level to find that the entire crankcase was filled with gasoline. Now, this log splitter isn't even a year old. And so I made some phone calls. I wasn't a happy boy. And I got somewhat, kind of, almost, just about, not quite, to run around from Lowe's. But I understand. They said, call the engine, or the people who made, not the engine, the people who made the splitter, which, as you can see, was Dirty Hand Tools. Very pleasant young man that I talked to. And as soon as I told him what it was, he told me what the problem was. He said that the choke on that motor sticks. And when that happened, not the choke, excuse me, the float. And when that happens, it runs all the gas out into the crankcase. And because the top of the piston and the cylinder is completely filled with gas, you can't crank the motor. So he told me how to do it. I did it. I came through and undid the spark plug and took that and pulled the rope numerous times, and it spit all of the gas out. Then I went ahead and pulled the plug on the crankcase, and some of the wateriest oils ever came out of it. I emptied that all out, and I've let it set overnight, all of it wide open, and hope that it all is dried out and I can start putting the oil back in it and getting everything back in order the way it's supposed to be. And then he told me what I needed to do was to get in touch with a dealer that deals in these to see if there's anything that they know about as far as this motor is concerned and the float sticking. This motor has a 3-year warranty on it, and nobody is standing up to it. If I call one of these dealers, they're not going to want to stand up to it for the simple reason they had nothing to do with this business. I am going to call them like I was recommended, because that way I can take it and go step by step of what I did and did not do. So anyway, we're getting ready to put it back together. Of course, I got the most important things. I got my coffee, I got the oil, and we're going to start putting the motor back together and getting it filled up. And these motors have a gas turn or a gas valve, turn it on and off. And I've got 2 other pieces of equipment here at this house. One of them is ours, and the other one was B.F.G.T's, and you can be guaranteed they've got, 2 other pieces of equipment with this same motor on it, and they've got the same thing, but you can be guaranteed their gas has now been turned off to make sure that this doesn't happen to them. So I'm going to get busy here, try to get this thing running again. If it's running again, I'll bring it back again once it's back down there and ready to go. Well, I have to say that kid knew what he's talking about, because it fired right up. But I know one thing I'm going to do. I'm not going to use the on-off switch anymore when it comes to turning it off. I'll just shut the gas off and let it drain everything out of that carburetor. And then I'll give those people a call and see what we can come up with. So later on. Well, it's all gone. As you can also tell, so are most of the leaves. Got a little bit of cleanup to do down here, but most of it's getting covered with the leaves. I've got to be real careful when we, but you can see right there, we got a pile that we got to take over to the brush pile and get burned out. But to the most part, everything is split and ready to go. Now, if you remember from the very first of this video, this is what our stack looked like. Okay, now we're on our way up here. I'm going to show you what it looks like now. First off, you can see I added more supports here to get the stacks in. I put a couple 2x6s up there and some 1xs to help hold it up there. Let's step underneath here and you can look at the difference. We're now sitting there with this small in front, not including that, but with everything else, it is calculated out to be in right around 4.8 cord. And it's stacked, as you could see, all the way around to here. I think we're ready for winter. We haven't fired yet. This is getting close to the end of October. Today's a decent day. Nice and workable. I'm going to say it's probably in the mid-60s. Just the way we like it up here. This is Dead Homer. Thanks for stopping by and taking a look. If you feel like it, you can give us thumbs up. Subscribe. Tell your family and friends. Tell anybody you happen to come across when you're in doing your grocery shopping. Till the next time. Bye-bye.